After months of consideration, Marcus has finally decided to go to the gym. He has actually achieved to build a little six-pack. He keeps lifting the same weights over and over again, but then his progress slows down. Why am I not growing? What's wrong with my body? Well, Marcus has forgotten one of the most important steps of weightlifting: progressive overload. We Spartans understand that to grow our bodies we must constantly push them to their limits. For years we have challenged our bodies to the max and broken record after record, and now we bear the fruits of it. Welcome back, Spartans. The key to weightlifting is progressive overload, and so many people don't do this. So progressive overload is the process where you progressively overload your muscles, so you keep challenging your muscles with more weight every time. So you basically push your muscles to grow stronger every time. So let's say you're in week 1 of your training. You can bench 100 kilo. After a few weeks you decide, lightweight? Well, let me try 105 kilo, and you can do this the same amount of times. So after, let's say, a few months, you can actually push 120 kilo. So your muscles actually grow stronger. And there are a few ways to train your body to become stronger. You can actually do more reps, like instead of 10 times, 11 or 12 times. Or you can push more weight. Let's say instead of 100 kilo, you now do 105 kilo. Back in the day, I was exactly like Marcus. I kept pushing the same weights over and over again, expecting different results. And I was expecting myself to grow, but nothing happened. And I even decided at some point to really switch out my workout routine, because I thought, yeah, they just need other exercises and then my muscles will grow. Well, I was wrong. So I was basically stuck at a plateau, and I had a reasonable good body. I was looking okay, but I just couldn't get past this certain level. I just couldn't. And I didn't know why it was happening. Well, it was mostly because of progressive overload. I wasn't progressively overloading my muscles. I was just pushing the same weights every time and time again. And it was not only progressive overload, but also my diet. But progressive overload was a big part of it. So after being stuck at this plateau for years of my training, I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna hire a personal trainer which can really help me get over this plateau. And he did. In 4 months time, I transformed my body to being reasonably okay, to being really great in my own opinion. The important part is that he actually taught me about the most important things in the gym, like how to eat and how to train and what triggers your body and what does not. And I actually started to investigate in these concepts myself by actually watching a few YouTube videos and so, and following a few people, because in the beginning I was just, doing what I thought was the best thing to do. And I'm not telling you, yeah, getting a personal trainer is the way to go. But I think if you follow these videos of me, you actually get the right knowledge to actually, improve yourself. So one of the great ways to progressively overload your muscles every time is to keep a workout log. A workout log is a sheet or a journal where you just keep your records. Okay, how much did I bench press on Tuesday? This way you will set goals for yourself. Okay, I pushed 100 kilos on Tuesday. Now it's Saturday. I will try to do a few more reps than yesterday. Or I will try to I'll put on a few more kilos. And because you have this workout log, you can keep track of all your records. So I've got a template from Google Sheets, and I keep this template with me every time I go to the gym, the whole gym session. Let's say I'm on the leg extension machine and I see that I did 12 times at 90 kilo. Now I will push myself to do 13 times minimum. And sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes I can't do it. But then the next time I can. So I keep pushing myself to the max. I try to go maximum every time. And the funny thing is that I just started this workout routine like 2 months ago, and I keep breaking records every time I go to the gym. And this is what you want to do. That's how your muscles will grow. So if you check out my workout routine, my workout log, you see at the left side, you see all the exercises. You see the sets. So some sets I will do two times, some I will do 3 times, and you see the rep range. So this is basically the minimum amount of reps and the maximum amount of reps. So when I'm doing, for example, the leg curl, I will go, for example, 80 kilos max 15 times. When I reach this 15 times, the next time I will go to 85 kilos and I will try it 10 times. And then you see the rest, amount of rest. So I keep track of this, you don't have to. And then I see, and then you have the top sets. So this is basically my records every week, basically every time I do this exercise. And yeah, this is a great way to progressively overload your training, because you have so many exercises, and if you just keep it all in your head, it's too much. So I write it down. Breaking your records every time is a bit easier when you're bulking up and having enough food in your body than when you're cutting. But even when you're cutting and are on a caloric deficit, you can still, you can still break records, but less fast. And sometimes it will actually take you a few weeks to actually break this record. And you might think that switching up your workout routine is good for your muscles, but you should actually stay with your workout routine for at least, I would say, 4 months. Because in the beginning, when you try new exercises, you won't be pushing your max. Or you will say, okay, this is my max. Well, it isn't actually your max. So what you need to be doing, you need to be using this workout routine at least 4 months, so you can actually try to get to your max and actually break these records. Because I would say the first month, or maybe the first 2 months of doing this workout routine is actually just getting used to the exercises, knowing how you should perform them. When you get past this point of actually knowing how to perform your exercise properly, then you start to break new records, and then you can get the max out of your exercises. Let's say, for example, you are doing the squats, and I see so many people like squatting very, very under their max. So they would be squatting maybe 50 kilos or stuff like this. Well, their own weight is maybe 100 kilo. Their actual max of squatting is probably around 200 kilo, 2 times their body weight. But because their mind is telling them, oh, this 50 kilos are really, really heavy, they won't be going for 100 kilo, 150. They will just stay with this 50 and build it up really, really slow. So remember, guys, it's very important to just push yourself every set to failure. And when you look at the exact data, they tell you, yeah, pushing yourself to failure is not actually necessary. It is also good to keep yourself 1 or 2 reps from failure. But the problem is that most people don't actually know where their failure is. They might have a hard time squatting 50 kilos and think, whoa, that's actually my failure. Well, their actual failure is 150 kilos. So they actually don't know where their failure is. And that's a problem. So I always try to just push myself to the max. There's actually a curve, a growth curve. And if you look at this growth curve, they will tell you that, yeah, 1 or 2 reps before failure, you won't actually grow that much, so you can just leave it out. Well, I just go to failure every time and I try to break this record. And yeah, I take these 1 or 2 sets for granted. So the most important thing is just push yourself to failure. Most of the people in the gym are not training hard enough. They are just relaxing, doing a few exercise, and then they don't feel like it. So push yourself to failure, don't be a pussy. So remember, Spartans, I am sure after watching this video you have found a new motivation to keep going. Today you have learned the importance of pushing yourself to the limit. Keep breaking new records in the gym and you are guaranteed to a great body. Spartans, prepare for glory.